crazy to me how so many different stores are closing left and right. I know it's because of the impact of Amazon and online shopping, the convenience of getting things delivered straight to your home. It's just so wild how places that you grew up with aren't there anymore. And I'm probably going to do a video about this, about the different places that went bankrupt that I miss. Recently, there have been a couple of stores that I have read in the news about how they are closing down, some of which are hitting close to home where I live, and I'm just like, it's crazy because it's the end of an era, but it's also not crazy because Amazon and shopping online. So the first place that's closing, it's not really surprising, is Macy's. Now, Macy's holds a big staple for me because usually whenever I went to a mall, I would enter through Macy's. And I love the way Macy's smells. I don't know how to explain it, but I love the way it smells. However, I do not like the perfume ladies that hound me. It never fails. Whenever I would go into Macy's and would pass by the perfume area,
you want to smell?
I'm like, girl, I know this your job. I know you on commission, but babes, no, we're going somewhere else. We were just cutting through. Macy's does have some good stuff, and sometimes they have some good stuff on sale. I remember at one point in time, it was either, I think it was the year before last, people were talking about on Twitter how if you have a certain luxury perfume, you could bring it in and Macy's will refill it for you. I don't know how true that was, because there was a lot of mixed opinions about the thoughts about that. But Macy's was like a staple place when I was a kid, where it was kind of like the bougie place to shop in the 90s, where sure, stuff was discounted, but I feel like it's more heavily discounted now. I couldn't even really tell you. Actually, was Macy's open in the 90s or was it the 2000s? I don't know, but they've been around. Now they are, a decent amount of them are closing. I don't know if they're all completely closing, but it's crazy to think about because I feel like that's where a lot of people went to go get MAC makeup, like MAC lipsticks and stuff like that. Also, I rarely hear people talking about MAC anymore. I remember when MAC used to be super duper popular, but I rarely hear about it as much anymore. I don't know. It's just so weird thinking about certain brands you grew up hearing about all the time and now you don't hear about them anymore, or they're not as popular or pushed out as much, especially with the rise of like influencing and online shopping. Because a lot of times when it comes to influencers, they're just pushing out whatever new thing is popping. And then it's on to the next thing. It's like,
girl, do you use this regularly?
Have you used this for 6 months, a year? The next thing is JCPenney and Kohl's. So both of these places, I still shop at both of these places, okay? I highly recommend if you ever need some long sleeve shirts or short sleeve or tank tops that are not see-through, if you need some plain shirts, please go to JCPenney, Kohl's. Also Lands' End. This is actually a shirt from Lands' End. Best places to go for plain tops. Highly recommend. And they also be having deals. I grew up going to JCPenney and Kohl's a lot. Specifically in high school. They always had cute stuff in there. Like, don't get me wrong. You had to go specific sections because some of the stuff, it was just giving misses. Women's. But they did have a lot of nice stuff in there, and they still do, especially now. I feel like now that I'm older, I appreciate JCPenney and Kohl's more now that I'm older. I know they've always had cute purses and shoes there, that's for sure. But a lot of them are shutting down. Now, I do recommend y'all start going there and shopping in there because it's great for kids' clothes, for stuff for your men, your women. They got perfumes, purses, stuff like that. I love shopping there personally. I normally shop there online. I get all my plain shirts from there. Purses are good finds there too. Now last year, Big Lots, I believe, went bankrupt because I remember my husband and we went there, right? And I did not upload that video. But I recorded us going through there, walking through there. And
I'm thinking it's going to be a sale.
Girl, it was not giving sale. It was giving regular pricing for Big Lots. And I want to say somebody bought them out and they potentially might keep it open, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I do remember going to Big Lots when I was a kid to get snacks. Now, when I went there recently, they had some expired food on their shelf. So y'all just selling expired food. Like, they had this deal where it was 10 for $1. And me and my husband like, 10 for $1? Look at all this good food they got. Look at the box. It expired 5 months ago. That's why it's 10 for $1. No wonder y'all going out of business. Y'all shiesty. Y'all, Rite Aid, I believe, went out of business, or they sold them. Rite Aid is interesting because Rite Aid was always close to my heart. I grew up with Rite Aid first. It was Rite Aid, then it was Walgreens, and then it was CVS. Now I'm a CVS girl. But Rite Aid was the first drugstore that popped up in my neighborhood. Faithfully, I would go there because they would have the little coupons that would come in the newspaper. Speaking of which, do any of you guys still subscribe to the newspaper? I kind of want to subscribe to the newspaper just to get the coupons. But I really be wondering, do people still read the newspaper? Because I feel like that's about to become a non-existent thing. Personally, I think I'm going to get a newspaper subscription sometime this year. But I remember Rite Aid was one of the news papers, one of the news coupon inserts that would be in there, and they would share like what was on sale, what was deals was going on, and sometimes I would go there specifically to get certain things that was on sale. Also, I believe Rite Aid was where most of my family used to get their prescriptions and stuff too. It was just convenient. But then Walgreens came out and CVS came out, so the competitors, CVS took over for the most part, in my opinion. It's crazy now because as I'm editing this video, it just came out that Joann's is going out of business too. Again, because of the uprise of online shopping and Amazon, a lot of these companies are losing money. It's pretty crazy. And then the other store that I'm not really surprised that they went out of business, but it was Party City. Party City made sense. People really didn't go to Party City like that unless they were having baby showers or some sort of particular holiday event. Amazon kind of took over. Amazon and Walmart kind of took over. Whenever I went to Party City, it was practically always empty except for specific holiday seasons. And normally if people were in there, it was to get something very particular that they had to get last minute, that either they forgot to order off Amazon or their order hadn't delivered through Amazon, because that's what I would hear when I would go in there. But Party City was definitely a staple for people to shop at when they were throwing little birthday parties for their kids and need to get certain items. And it's just so wild to think about how a lot of these staple stores will no longer be here. And I really do. I was talking with my mom, aunt, and my husband about this, but I really feel like at some point in time, Amazon might have pop-up stores. I would not be surprised if they did at some point in time in the near future, but we shall see. Let me know in the comments down below y'all thoughts about all this. How do y'all feel when stores go bankrupt or when they disappear? Did you ever used to shop at Macy's, JCPenney, Kohl's, Big Lots, Rite Aid, Party City? Let me know in the comments down below. Are there any stores that you missed that are no longer existing anymore? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but I'll be seeing you guys again soon, and make sure you guys check out my live discussions playlist where you guys can share with me your thoughts on different topics that I share with you. But I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Stay blessed, stay positive. Bye.